Meanwhile, a viewer of Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, has sent us a picture they've seen online that suggests a political party is actually planning to campaign at a school during the elections. The picture suggests the party would be going to schools in Eldorado Park. But it's not entirely clear if political parties are really able to do this. Steve Mabona is the spokesperson for the Gauteng Education Department. Steve, good afternoon to you. Can political parties campaign at schools?
Good afternoon, and to all our viewers. No. No one is allowed to disrupt curriculum time delivery because we will be in the classes continuing with the process of teaching and learning. So no one will be allowed to disrupt schooling. So we want to discourage all the political parties if they plan to go to our schools, because we have received some of the information coming that there are some political parties that are visiting some of our schools, and we want to discourage that at all costs.
Are political parties allowed to be just outside schools? So, for example, there's certain things you can't do next to a school. You're not allowed to open a bottle store next to a school. Are you allowed to campaign with them, trick learners as they come out of school?
No, they're not allowed in the school environment. More so during, curriculum delivery. People can do anything outside the school environment, as long as it's outside the curriculum time delivered. We will not probably, interfere with that. But the process of then visiting our schools and you disrupt, because your program will disrupt us. I mean, if you have a program that starts at 11 or will be around 11, surely you're going to disrupt our processes. Even as a department, when we visit schools, we are wary of what we do around the curriculum delivery time. If it's something that we need to address at the school, we do it, but be mindful or being aware that we don't need to disrupt school. Learners must be in the classroom. They must continue, receive curriculum. So that's how we are even strict on ourselves. So we would not really encourage anyone that would want to come in our environment and disrupt our schools.
Steve, I must ask you about what happened this week, the tragic death of a 12-year-old Latoya Templeton. She was in grade 7. It was a school trip. There was a statement from your department today about an investigation. What kind of investigation are you holding into that?
You will know that any activity or excursion which has to do with water, we are very much strict in the approval process. So this trip was approved because you need to tick all the boxes. We just don't know what happened on the day, which is something that we felt that let's then appoint an independent body that is going to investigate, all the circumstances. You will know that once the appointment process is done, because it's now underway, we will go and then introduce them to the school management and to the family as well, so that they can then conduct their investigation. They will interact with everyone that would have been involved, from teachers to management, including the family and friends and any learner that would be of interest. So they will then provide that report, at the end of their investigation. So that's why we are wary to enter into the discussions. We can see in the public space there's a lot of things that have been said, but we will rather keep it that way and just wait for the process of an investigation which will guide us on the way forward.
Sure. I mean, we all remember the death of Enoch Mpianzi on a school camp just 3 years ago. Are there quite careful procedures around how schools, when they're allowed to take children on camps and how that works? You keep a close eye on that?
No, definitely. I mean, we tick the boxes, like as I indicated. That trip would have been approved at the head office. It's not even at the district level. It would have been approved at the head office. So you tick, necessary boxes before you approve. But on the day, on what might have transpired, then we would not have that information. That's why we then seek, an additional body that will then probably assist us with that. So that's how we are managing. But we are very much strict, more so on any water-related activity or an excursion of some sort.
Thank you very much indeed, Steve Mabona, spokesperson for the Gauteng Education Department. Really appreciate the time.